Who here has ever been on a job interview? When you're on a job interview, it's a very emotional time, right? You're very nervous, you're excited, you're on your best behavior. And during the interview, of course, the company is trying to decide whether or not to hire you, but you are also trying to determine if this is a place you want to work. And you're going to ask questions to find out what that place is like. You might call a friend, that works there, and you'll need to know what you'll be paid. And if all goes well, you'll get that exciting job offer, and then you're going to spend a lot of time pondering that question: do I take the offer? Now, today's gospel was about a landowner who hired laborers for his vineyard, and he had a job offer to give those people. He explained the positions to them, that they would be working in his vineyard. He told them the compensation. He said, "I'll pay you what's fair," and he asked them to accept. Now, of course, the immediate analogy we can make here is that God is the landowner, and he is calling each human being to work in his vineyard. In other words, our Heavenly Father is extending a job offer to each one of us. So just like with any other job, let's consider 3 questions related to this position. First, what's the job description? Second, what's the compensation? And third, do you accept the offer? So first of all, what's the job description? Forgive others what they owe you. Teach others to turn away from sin. Take up your cross and follow Christ. Follow the teachings of the church. So your job would be to forgive, teach, take up, and follow. The job description is not just something we do while we're on the clock like a regular job. God calls us in everything we do to bring about his intended creation. So second, what's the compensation? So some things you might consider are your work location, your salary, how much you're going to make, and your retirement plan. Now, the work location in this case is the vineyard of the Lord. That is, we work in creation. Now, for our salary, God doesn't promise us any compensation beyond what the landowner offered. That is, I will give you what is just. Anyone who tells you that by loving God, you'll have an easy life is not consistent with the message of Jesus Christ. And let's face it, we're all working for the retirement plan. In the end, that's the best part of God's compensation package. God offers us a life of eternal happiness, and there's no one that's ever given any of us a better compensation package than that. So third, do you accept God's job offer? Here we are at decision time. But before you decide, let me make one last pitch. This is not just any job. Remember that God is our Father. He's not just hiring you as part of a company strategy. This is the family business. Are you willing to let him pass it on to you? So the challenge we hear today is to daily consider the job offer to forgive, teach, take up, and follow in an effort to continue God's work of creation. Each morning we wake up, let's not grumble that the alarm clock has gone off. Instead, let's consider it a reminder that we're being offered a position on God's team today, and answer that question each morning. Will you accept God's job offer?